So we decided that it would be a good video to show how we pack and what we travel with and how we're actively working on having less.
It took us, over a year and a half to get to this point, but here we are.
Yeah, interestingly, this is one of our first video ideas when we started the YouTube channel, and we just never did it.
But now it's more exciting because we actually are going to switch to a one bag.
Right. So currently, we both have these large laptop backpacks that are 30-liter bags, but they have no hip belt or sternum strap. So when we really load them up, they get pretty unwieldy.
It was lovely for the West Highland Way.
Yeah, we actually hiked the entire West Highland Way with laptop backpacks, which nobody else was doing, apparently. Not a thing.
No, not a thing, but we did it. So it proves that you can do it. It's just we want to do our next trek more efficiently.
I had shoulder pain for like a week because all of the weight for this is on your shoulders, which is just not very efficient.
Yeah, so our other bag is this lovely little suitcase, which is supposed to be a carry-on, but if you have a backpack also, you can't take both. You're going to have to check something.
Right, so even though it's carry-on size, we always check it when we fly because the backpacks are our carry-ons. They're too big to be a personal item. But the big downside of these roller suitcases is when you're trying to get somewhere in like cities or, transferring, there's so many stairs and you have to pick them up, carry them, escalators. They make you like twice as wide.
It just makes you feel like you're in the way.
So we don't generally have like a consistent packing methodology. One thing that we do is our laptops are always in our carry-on. It's sort of a hodgepodge in here, sunglasses, my sleeping headphones. This is what I wear at night to while I listen to a book and fall asleep. Charging block, battery pack, just basic necessities. This is an interesting charging block. It has all the different country travel adapters and stuff. Variety of cables that I never bother to ever unplug from it, although I could probably pack more efficiently if I did. Battery pack is actually pretty big. I think if I had to change something, I'd get a smaller one because you don't really need to charge your phone like 4 times while you're out for the day, but it takes up a lot of space and it's heavy. So a smaller one that just gives you like emergency juice when you need it would have been good. If we don't need to replace things, we don't. Laptop. Then in the front here, it's just all like toiletries, little like ibuprofen, the first aid kits in here, various little things like that. And in the main pocket is where I have day pack. This is like the workhorse backpack. We use it for groceries. We use it for most of our day trips. It unfolds into a 35-liter backpack, so believe it or not, actually holds more than this theoretically. This is a recent purchase. This is a rain jacket. Also folds up really nice and tiny, weighs almost nothing. We've used it already because we got caught in rain. It's not very breathable. For the price and the size, it's like unbeatable for layering, just to give yourself some kind of thing. Packing cube full of clothes. I always travel with at least one change of clothes in the carry-on because you never know when you're gonna get your luggage lost. And just more clothes. That's basically it for me.
So we have a windbreaker, which is almost 20 years old, but awesome because, it's great when we do our hikes and everything, but that's really the only use. It doesn't have any water resistance anymore. It used to. My version of his raincoat.
Actually, I'm super jealous because this is a way cooler color than mine. The men's came in only black and orange, which I like the orange, but it's just little accents. And this one folds up even smaller because she's smaller. I guess that makes sense.
That's gonna be a thing. Gym shoes aren't usually in my backpack. I just kind of threw them in there because they were last minute things, but they're awesome.
Yeah, these are also a fairly recent purchase. I think we got these at the beginning of the year. They are just barefoot shoes that fold up really small. They have no padding or anything like that. And you slip them on, and we walk to the gym in our normal shoes, and then we just train in these, which allows us to be just a little cleaner.
This is a recent purchase, which is pretty cool. It is my new purse, but it also can just attach to backpack straps, so that'll be really handy when we go on our next trek. Just kind of threw gym clothes and stuff in here. My backpack, they're pretty much the same thing, so don't need to go over that.
Different names, same product.
And then obviously laptop and charging stuff. And that's pretty much the backpack. Everything moves around. And sometimes I have some of his stuff. Sometimes he has some of my stuff.
Yeah. It's kind of like a where it fits situation. As for the suitcases, obviously that's where most of our clothing is. But also miscellaneous. So I mostly use these straps, charging block for the laptop, hoodie, this little red jacket.
Oh, that's actually mine.
Yeah, it looks great on me.
How did it end up in your bag this time?
You didn't have room for it.
Oh, okay.
I use these packing cubes for organization.
I usually don't use them, but for purposes of this video, I put underwear and things in it.
This is just some cables, lots of USB-C, micro USB, blah 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 cables. I put them in a nice little bag. Gym shoes. This is my monitor stand because I work with a portable monitor. So I just kind of put this together and then I unscrew this bit, it gets tall. It's very useful. Just a 15.6-inch monitor. It's pretty light. I think it weighs a little over a pound. It has no battery or anything. That's why it's so light and thin. Your laptop powers it, although it does eat your battery on your laptop. Reusable Ziploc bags. These were nice at first. Now, like, none of them seal very well. So I think maybe a different design or something going forward, and maybe fewer of them. Money belt. I never use it. 4 terabyte hard drive. We back up our photos onto this. We also do a cloud backup, so it's kind of just, it's nice to have extra. Weightlifting belt and straps for when we lift heavy at the gym. Really cool. I wouldn't lift super heavy without this at this point, but it does take up quite a bit of space.
It's on our nice to have list.
It'll be on the nice to have list for moving to a one bag setup, yeah. Gaming controller for when I play Rocket League. Again, this will probably be on the nice to have list. I can't really play Rocket League without it. I don't play that often anymore, so mixed. Chopsticks, because you can't apparently buy just one pair of chopsticks. I'm gonna keep one pair of chopsticks because I eat a lot of things with chopsticks. Very fun. New York Jets gloves for the winter. Got a Rocket League fan. Amazon Fire TV remote and stick. This is really nice because you plug this right into the HDMI and you have all your information on there. You pop in the Wi-Fi code and you're up and running. Massive headphones. These are going. I use my Bluetooth headphones that take up almost no room. Masks. Mouse for work. I think I might, if needed, switch to a Bluetooth one and save myself a little bit of space. Razor attachments. Water bladder for hiking. We use this for the West Highland Way.
They're pretty awesome, actually. We just have only done it for long hikes.
This has like a really large plastic bit that makes it hard to pack around because like you can't fold it more. And I've seen designs where you can roll them up like all the way and then they seal at the top. So I might replace this. Knife sharpener. You know, surprisingly, all the Airbnbs we go to have really, really bad knives.
The last place we were didn't even have knives. They had butter knives.
So a knife sharpener, I mean, obviously doesn't fix that problem, but if you do have a bunch of crappy dull knives, you can at least make them crappy, sharper knives. So that's been useful, so we can at least like cut tomatoes instead of just squishing them into pieces. And a portable towel, just a little microfiber towel, just in case of emergencies. It was our towel for the West Highland Way. And I think it's just good to have a towel. Just
following Douglas Adams' advice.
Yeah, always bring a towel, right?
So now we're on to the fourth bag, our final bag. It's got a lot of stuff that we'll probably end up keeping, but not with us. Thank you, lovely parents, for storing stuff indefinitely. I mean, obviously, there are all the clothes. You don't really need to go through that. But that is, like, this entire part, except the scale is usually in here.
Oh, yeah, we have a travel scale. That was my purchase. Lara mostly lugs it around for me. But while trying to do a cut, which, by the way, I think is going pretty well. It's hard to accurately track if you're properly losing weight if you don't have a scale. So we bought, like, a travel scale, but that's almost certainly not making the cut.
We have headlamps for our upcoming adventure, which is great. I'm so excited. September 1st to 3rd, we will be doing a 3-peak challenge. So that is the 3 highest peaks on...
Well, the highest peak in Scotland, the highest peak in England, and the highest peak in Wales.
Right.
We're going to do one from each country. And the one in England, we won't be down the bottom of the mountain until midnight, so you have to bring head torches so you can actually see your way down.
I also have knee braces for both knees because I overcompensate from an old injury. We have a mesh bag for grocery shopping for like loose vegetables and stuff. Dryer balls, but those probably won't make the cut because most of the time we don't even have a dryer. The same with these Tupperware, like they have been useful. Again, they just take up a lot of space and we can do that other ways. A lot of the stuff in here are like odds and ends that won't actually end up being kept. Well, they'll be kept, but not with us.
Thanks again, parents.
I have one of those water bottles and a weight belt and wrist straps because working out is a big part of our life.
Yeah. She went a long time without getting the weight belt, but I told her to get one when she started doing more than her body weight.
I also have a microfiber towel smaller than his.
So, now that we've gone through all of that stuff that we walk around with, we're going to talk about how we plan on doing that just with a backpack. This is just a pile of the stuff that we just showed you, basically.
And then these 2 bags are our new bags.
Right. These are the Fairview 40 by Osprey and the Fairpoint 40. Obviously, these were the colors that they had at the store. And Lara, again, the ladies' colors are much better. But our plan is to try to fit all of our stuff that we want to keep in these bags and just have one carry-on size backpack each.
And then we'll tell you how it went.
Since we're switching to one bag, I'm changing these unmatching monstrosities to these itty bitty bands so that I can still stay active without hurting my knees and have everything fit in my backpack.
This is the pile of stuff that we are donating to become one baggers. And this is textile recycling, which they have here. All right, here you see all of the stuff that has made it through our various donation, recycling, etc. filters. The things we are actually going to travel around with full time. I mean, some of it might dwindle away, some of it will get replaced, but this is what we ultimately need to pack at the end of this trip into our single bag. Here we go.
We did it!
And there you have it. Everything packed into our 2 main bags and our 2 personal item carry-ons. So one of the reasons that I actually could probably fit all this in the main backpack, but it's got my laptop in there and I'm gonna keep my passport in there. So I just want it like easily accessible and like on me rather than like tucked away into this thing. Also, I worry about my laptop in this with all the pressure from all the weight of the stuff.
Yeah, and I could use a bigger personal item. Like we have an extra bag that can use it. And I might, because honestly, my laptop is currently in this. This is a test run. Even though I didn't do it efficiently, it all fit.
Yeah. And you can see that I'm now wearing an extra layer because I do. Part of it is wearing some of your stuff on your travel days, right? So that it's less that you're packing in. But pretty good. Now let's weigh them and see what they weigh.
This is how it look on travel days. I'll do a little spin. It's less than 9 kg. It's like you're not wearing anything, really.
Feels like I'm wearing nothing at all.
I mean, maybe it would feel like you're wearing something if it's all day, but not a lot.
Yeah, mine you can see I'm not exactly making a fashion statement, but I didn't feel like buying a new personal item. I might still, if this proves to not be super comfortable. I'm basically wearing a backpack like a messenger bag, sort of, a crossbody sling. I extended the one arm really long.
Oh yeah, I didn't bother to put my personal item on, but it'll be easy enough.
So yeah, I mean, both of our main bags are less than 9 kg. This one's only 2 kg, so altogether, I only have 11 kg on my back. Lara's got 8 and a little. Proportionally, she's definitely carrying more, but the hip belts on these, like, so comfortable. It almost feels like maybe 2 kg on my back. It's crazy. I mean, especially compared to the West Highland Way when we were using laptop backpacks and we had probably about 8 kg in them.
Although it was wrong, it proved you can.
Yeah, but it was terribly painful on the shoulders. There's almost no weight on my shoulders right now. It's like all down here on my hips.
Yeah, our next trek will definitely be more comfortable.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Camino.